Beautiful. So, welcome everyone to Start Talking 2025. We are so excited because this program, you will learn about it. It's hoping to invite our champion finalist students to communicate their initiative, idea, and solution to the existed real challenge and the problems. So before I get more excited, so you can see on the slide how we are going to go through the different sections and agenda is coming. But before I introduce the agenda, I would like to invite Teresa to go through the acknowledgement of country.
Hello everyone. So I'm Teresa. I'm a Dungari Gumbaynggirr woman with strong cultural connections to Biripi and Bundjalung country on the east coast of New South Wales, just up in the top area of New South Wales. Currently, I'm just below the border of Queensland, a bit inland. I'd like to pay my respects and acknowledge the country that I'm joining from. Today has been a beautiful sunny day. The ancestors very much have been in the air. The wind's been blowing, and I'd like to pay my respects to them, their elders, past and present. And I'd also like to extend that respect and that acknowledgement to all of the countries that you guys are joining from across Australia and even internationally, if that's the case. Um, I think it's really important to acknowledge country when it comes to creating work online, when it comes to communicating around science, but it's also really important when we're doing science to understand that Indigenous Australians were some of the first scientists in the world, but also the first scientists in Australia. And, a lot of the work that we do is around oral history, creative ways of sharing knowledge. And it's really exciting to see those sorts of principles of Indigenous culture brought into the modern world. And so very excited to see the work that you guys are completing on the countries that you guys are working on.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Teresa. Thank you so much. And of course, I'm coming from, right now, I'm in Thailand and we have some guests, from Malaysia. So from anywhere you are coming. So following Teresa's point, we would like to come up with this indigenous as a first scientist. And of course, we are here because we do care about all the living, part of these lands that we are living and see how we can protect and how we can come together and celebrate our achievements. With this, I would like to bring you to this question because the science communication, regardless of what is your major, this is a very important. We are talking about storytelling, and your video is going to be part of this live showcase. So we would like you to just take a moment and scan this QR code. And Kaslan is with us, so he's going to report to us about your answer on this question. How important is communication for your career? And of course, once we are talking about communication, it's not just us in with our peers. It could be interdisciplinary. It could be you as a researcher with a broader audience, with the investors, with the policymakers, with the journalists. So yeah, how do you think about it? You might count down. I was thinking, like talking to make sure that I give you enough time. So I guess we are going to count down from three, two, one. Kaslan, do we have any outcome for the results? How many percentage and what answer?
The questions are closed.
Oh, the question is closed. Okay, then that is the opportunity for Kaslan to open it. And I might come to this question at the end of the event. And of course, when we invite our judges to the breakout rooms. No problem. I'm sure that you can add in the chat. I hope that we are all in the same page. That's all I needed. So with this introduction, let's go to again. This is a Start Talking 2025. Is a public speaking competition at Swinburne. Is going to be offered to our Australian students, Sarawak students, and it's also open to anyone around the world that they do care about, the planet and the lands. So the agenda, this is a very short introduction. So we are going to invite our students. We have 6 finalists, 1 member of each team. In case if you're a team who submit this 4-minute storytelling video for your solution idea with the social and sustainable impact. So you're going to be invited to share your video. Then we have maybe a 2-3 minutes, especially we are a bit behind of the schedule, from one of the judges to ask the question or concern for our finalists. And then we are going to invite our judges in the breakout rooms. Then during that 10 minutes, let's say, we are going to have a Slido, again, a QR code. Your family members, your friends are invited, and you're welcome to vote to the People's Choice, where our judges are going to vote for the judging choice. And then we also have a Kahoot questions for anyone who invests the time for this 1 hour to be acknowledged. So there are 6 questions from the videos as a kind of a Kahoot question that's going to be played, and we have a prize for the audience and participants. And then we are coming with the judges, and we are coming with Caslan's reporting on a Slido for People's Choice, and that is going to be announced. We are going to take a photo, and I would like to invite everyone to make sure that you are sitting somewhere comfortable to turn on your video, because we would love to capture your smile. And then that brings us to the end of this event. So, of course, just to let you know, Shaping STEM Futures offering this Start Talking, which is a public speaking storytelling video presentation as part of this program. So four of us from across the different discipline are running this program with a lot of initiatives that is aimed to support and empower our students beyond their course and their units and assignments. Of course, you're here outside any allocated timetable time. So we really want to appreciate your passion, and you're coming with your storytelling, and we are going to, I think this is an opportunity to hear about your initiative, and of course, you're going to be acknowledged with the certificates, and you're going to be introduced to our industry, our partners, and your voice is going to be here. So with this, of course, nothing is going to happen without the great and amazing collaborations. So we have our judging panel are coming from industry, from the city of Barundara. They're coming from the Work Integrated Learning Program in EIX, Education Innovation Exchange. We're thinking about the future of this education. We have a member of Career Employability. We have Insurance Australia Group as our consistent partner since 2019. And we have, of course, our Sarawak colleagues. And nothing is going to happen without you, passionate students. So with this collaboration, our judging panel this year. So we have Oksana, who's a lecturer in working integrated learning, EIX. So we have Jessica from IAG. We have Teresa, who did the and acknowledgement to the country. So pleased to have you, Teresa. And of course, Adam is not here, but he already shared his feedback for your amazing storytelling video. And of course, this is our finalist, and few of the photos are missing, but I've just shared all of the photos that I received. So this brings us to the first part before I go to the, I think, so that's something that I can bring it later, but I'm going to stop sharing and I am going to invite our first okay, so our first competitors are Yup Hoi. If you can please share your video with us, that would be amazing. Hoi, are you here in the event? Are you able to share your video with us? I can see. Beautiful. If you can go to the full screen.
Every year, we are feeling hotter as the temperature keeps rising, mainly due to forest fires. They release carbon dioxide and black carbon. Meanwhile, factories and vehicles add more smoke, soot, and nitrogen oxide to the atmosphere. In cities like Kuala Lumpur or Penang, all that heat gets stuck between buildings, creating an urban heat island effect where the temperature can rise 1 to 3 Celsius higher than rural area. It's like putting a giant invisible blanket over our cities. So how do we change from this into this? A modern eco-friendly cityscape featuring green buildings and renewable energy system. Meet moss architecture, a green design trend using living moss on the rooftops and on the walls. Hypnum cruciforme is the most common moss that used in architecture and landscape design. A group of scientists has experimented on how moss can cool down and reduce pollution in cities by making a moss wall systems, as shown here, which consists of structural frames, mounting panels, support grids, and preserve moss layer. They then place them in 3 different locations like traffic area, a small town, and industrial zone. It works because the moss walls survive, and it absorbs carbon dioxide during photosynthesis and releases oxygen, just like other plants. Its tiny, dense leaves also trap dust, smoke, and pollutants from the air, cleaning it as it grows. This can help in reducing urban heat temperature by absorbing sunlight instead of trapping heat like concrete does. And through evapotranspiration, it releases moisture that cools the surrounding air. And it also reduces noise pollution by absorbing sound waves through its soft sponge-like texture. Unlike normal plants, moss doesn't even need soil, just water and shade. Perfect for Malaysia's humid weather, and it acts like nature's-own air filter right into our city. It doesn't need to be scary like this, but fun like this. This building uses a living roof covered in moss and plants, cooling the home naturally. Next is the Singapore Changi Airport. They keep the air fresh, reduce noise, and cool indoor spaces naturally. Since moss doesn't need soil, just water and shade, it's perfect for indoor environment like airport. Next is the Kokedera Kyoto Moss Temple. It is covered in 120 types of moss, creating a calm natural carpet that's super soft and peaceful. Now imagine Kuala Lumpur covered in moss architecture, where we in a living green city with less smoke, cooler air, and cleaner skyline. So yeah, forest burning, traffic, factories may heat us up, but thanks to moss architecture can help cool us down. Moss might be small, but it can cause a big change in helping us breathe cleaner and grow greener cities for Malaysia's future. Therefore, we should never underestimate the power of nature. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I would like to invite, considering the time, one of our amazing judges, whether Teresa or Jessica or Oksana, share one question or concern or recommendation to our
Can I ask very quickly about whether it's applicable to all countries or only warm countries?
Beautiful. Okay, now we are going to be ready for the second video, which is a group video by Alexander and their team. Thank you.
Alex.
I'm Vikas. And we are the kiosk interns for semester 2, 2025. We are master students who have all been given a unique project to make a real impact on the organisation and industry itself.
Swinburne Knox Innovation Opportunity and Sustainability Centre is tasked with a large role in connecting local secondary schools to their futures, and they are tasked with enriching and inspiring students, preparing them for the workforce with valuable skills and knowledge.
So my role in this project is as a software developer in data analytics, and I worked on the kiosk calendar booking project. So the main goal was to enhance how kiosk staff track and manage booking efficiently. So I first cleaned and structured the booking data and created interactive visualization in Power BI and Power Apps. These visuals help staff to quickly view schedules, filter data, and easily understand booking patterns. I also developed an AI-powered chatbot that connects directly with the kiosk calendar data, and this feature allows staff to get insights and schedule detail instantly. It also provides quick summaries and visual suggestions.
So as part of my internship at Kiosk, I worked on improving how the organization manages and interprets its student data. My first challenge was merging different datasets which has inconsistent column names and different structures. So I developed a Python-based script that merges these datasets, aligns them, and cleans the dataset automatically. So I used this clean dataset to build an interactive Power BI dashboard that visualizes satisfaction trends across schools, programs, and term. So this helped Kiosk identify which program engages students the most effectively. Finally, I built an AI-powered chatbot using React and Flask, which uses an API to call an LLM. So this helped staff identifying trends in a conversational way. Together, these tools save time, reduces manual processing, and help kiosks make more data-driven decisions to improve STEM learning experiences.
So this semester, I worked on an interactive calendar interface project, and an obstacle the kiosk staff were facing was that the current interface was a bit difficult to navigate and slightly unattractive. And so to solve this, I used Microsoft Copilot, Power Apps, Power BI, and Python coding to create a whole new interface that could help the staff easily identify what sessions they were teaching, how many students were in each program, and other details. Similar to Priyan, I also introduced an AI chatbot that staff could query, and they would be provided a summary answer instantly. And the solution is now a new, simple, and user-friendly interface that is efficient and interactive for kiosk staff to use. And I believe this project can benefit teachers across Australia, as every teacher seeks to be better prepared and understand their current and future responsibilities.
Kiosk has many industry partners. Kiosk and these partners both have projects they do collaboratively. As a data analytics software developer for Kiosk, I was tasked with creating a system that views industries at a glance, searches industries by keyword, filters information, displays relationship levels, and identifies projects by industry. I took on this opportunity from Kiosk by doing 1, cleaning a pre-existing data set and standardizing the data entry, 2, creating a Power App that allows for searching, filtering, adding, deleting, and editing, and finally 3, formulating a Power BI report that visualizes data, has navigation, has an AI agent, and has room for more features. With my project, I addressed Kiosk's data cohesion and structure issues and tackled the problem for stakeholders, Kiosk, and their partners, which was a valuable experience for me as a developer.
Through this internship, we not only strengthened the technical and analytical skills, but also contributed to Kiosk's mission of inspiring and empowering students with the skills and knowledge they need for their future careers.
So working together taught us the importance of collaboration, innovation, and designing solutions that create real-world impact. Thank you.
And then one question for one of our lovely judges.
I had a question.
Yes, Jessica, please go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, lots of awesome projects and elements to that to take in. I wonder whether this was something that you all worked together on for each of these, or were they all quite individual projects?
Yeah, these were all individual projects, but overall tackled kiosks' overarching tasks in which they are funded by reaching KPIs. So it all tied into one goal, but they were separate projects. So no active collaboration, but we did come together for ideas and help each other with our own projects.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, sorry, is it okay if I join in as well?
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
definitely.
with regards to that, yeah, so the reason we we had individual tasks at the start was because our data sets that we were provided tackled the problems from different angles. So for me, it was more so about the programs that were running, but then another intern had the survey data. So then once we were able to, tackle the same problem at different angles, we also shared ideas with regards to the AI chatbot. I think that was a concern that our director wanted to address. And so being able to take the efforts of the teachers by introducing a more automated system, it really helped the staff at Kiosk.
Yeah, awesome. That's really interesting. Thanks for sharing.
Beautiful. And I know that that comes with a very high satisfaction from our industry and our educators facilitating things that takes time, but with this automation, it helps a lot. So we can do use of our time efficiently to support our team in the schools. With that, we are going to invite Flora for the third for the video. If you can please share. Again, there is one question to be answered in the chat. If you get a chance to write your answer, that would be amazing. And with that, Flora, please.
Hello, my name is Flora and I'm currently studying biotechnology at Swinburne Sarawak campus. So my academic journey combines a fascination with microbiology and a commitment to solve environmental challenges, especially those involving water science and pollutions. By combining my interests in the microbial fuel cells and the plastic-eating bacteria, I aim to highlight innovative bioeconomic solutions that transform waste into resource, which demonstrating how life can actually help to clean and power our world.
Did you know that assuming that every minute our garbage trash worth of plastic enter our oceans? Meanwhile, there's data show that the wastewater treatment plants consume massive amount of energy. Like in Malaysia, up to 3% of nation's total electricity just to clean out the water. But what if I told you there's a way to solve both problems at once? What if the waste wasn't the end, but the beginning? Come follow me with the way. Welcome to the natural power plants, where the life literally cleans life. First, we go to why we carry this. So wastewater carries not just organic waste, but microplastic, heavy metals, and emerging contaminants like chemicals that threatens ecosystem and human health. Well, there's around 8 million tons of plastic polluting our oceans every year, and the convenience treatments. It is energy intensive, expensive, and produce greenhouse gas. So we need a solution who doesn't treat the symptoms. We need to transform the system entirely. That's where it comes out the eradicates for the plastic. In the use of microbial fuel cells, scientists discovered something incredible. When the Ideonella breaks down the plastic in oxygen-free conditions, it produces acetate and ethanol, which is the perfect fuel for another type of bacteria called electrogens. So it enters the jaw better, sulfur reduces. This remember microbia consume the breakdown products for the plastics and release electrons as part of their metabolism. In a microbial fuel cells, these electrons flow through a cycle, create electricity. A dual-chain system where plastic-eating bacteria work in a one compartment, breaking down the waste, while the electricity generating the bacteria work in another, producing a clean energy. It is a biological accessible line which plastics go in, electricity comes out, and clean water is bonus byproduct. One study demonstrated that coal culture these bacteria produce measurable electricity direct from past plastic. So it literally talking about turning the trash into the treasure. But it isn't just about cleaning out the plastic or generating a bit of electricity. This is about the reimagining our entire relationship with the waste through the bioeconomy. So this concept of the natural power plants actually come out with three of the value, which is the environmental meditations, eliminate the plastic pollution for our oceans and landfill, and also with the renewable energy, which generated bioelectricity without the fossil fuel. And the third is the resource recovery, which the breakdown of the product can be recycled back into the new plastic or convert into the valuable chemical like additive acids for making the nylon. And the plastic pollution doesn't have to be forever. With nature as our engineer and material as our workforce, we can build a future with where life, clean life, empowers our world while doing it. The future isn't just sustainable, it's living.
Thank you so much, Flora. I guess the floor is going to be open to one question from our judges. And I can see the answer to the first question.
My question is
Teresa.
around what made you select something where that would use living and nature to sort of become a sustainable practice? Obviously with the other videos, but like what made you, I guess, select like breaking down plastic within the ocean? I'm always so intrigued by people's just like the reasons why people are drawn to a sort of an area of science that they want to communicate.
Thank you, Teresa. Flora, can you please turn on your audio? I prefer the answers also going to be recorded rather than typed in the chat.
Well, for the questions, well, when I start looking at the microplastic topic, my lecturer told me that topic is already taught a lot of time in the previous years, but I still want to talk to it because, well, it's very related to our life, and also microbia is also one of the part of our life because normally the people thinking of the microbia is thinking that it will be harmful to humans, but I think mostly we talking about microbia, we should think about it could be benefit to ours. Like I'm saying in the video, the microbia can work with us to create the electricity, and that's how we can decrease the waste not originally from the waste, and we also can be benefit from that, not even on the economic sense, but also our living style. So that's why I choosing this topic. And also microplastic is very related to humans currently because every day we are using the plastic, right? Like you inside your home, you can see around your surrounding. I think there's a lot of the plastics made, right? So every time the study said that every time we are creating the microplastic, and not only in the waste we throw, but also in the daily life where we use it. So that's why I chose this topic, and I think this topic is very related to human, and everyone should focus on it currently lah.
Thank you. Thank you, Flora. Thanks for sharing. And of course, we are talking about all the living macro, once we are talking about the land, it's about all the what you said, like all the living microorganisms in the system. So, and some of them are not visible. So I'm coming from that microbial side. So I do understand what you just shared. Thank you for that. Oksana, are we happy with the answers? Like, do you want to comment on that?
Of course, and Hui, thank you for a very wonderful presentation. And I have never realized that actually moss can grow even when it's very cold. It's a good discovery for me in this context. Thank you so very much for sharing.
Thank you, Oksana. With that, I would like to invite our next competitor, Zafira, if you can please share your video, and then we can find out what is your idea and how are you going to support the society, especially with a sustainable impact. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Zafira, I think that mystery box is not ticked off, and that's why we cannot hear. If you can please stop sharing, go back, tick the box.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. You don't need to be sorry. And this is part of our learning environment for those who are watching this live showcase.
I hope you can hear the audio now.
Hello everyone, I'm Zafira, a Master of IT student at Swinburne University. My idea is a very simple app that helps students rent and lend items with each other safely. It was actually inspired by my own experience. As a student, I realized that I didn't have enough space to keep things like a vacuum cleaner, and buying them felt unnecessary since I only needed them occasionally. But there's no simple way of renting them from others. Everything is available online, but is just for the entire public, not specifically for students. My solution is an app made just for these students. Every user logs in using the university email, ensuring a trusted community. They can list whatever they have, like a vacuum or even a hairdryer, and rent it out for a very small fee. There's also a rating system to keep everything fair and safe. This helps students earn some extra cash. This app helps promote sustainability and community. Instead of everyone buying their own items, we reuse what's already exists. It saves money, reduces waste, and helps students connect with each other. It's not just a rental app, it's a small sharing ecosystem inside the university. There are a couple of similar apps, but they're usually open to everyone and not that quite safe, and not just for students only. My app focuses on verified students, which makes it safer, more relevant, and more community-driven. In the future, it can expand to other universities and include study tools or event sharing. It also connects well with the Swinburne's employability and sustainability goals. My app helps students live smarter, share better, and connect sustainable. I believe a small change like this can make a big difference in how students support each other. So thank you very much for watching my presentation. Have a very nice day.
Thank you so much, Zafira. And one, I think, question for our amazing judges for Zafira. Do we have any question or concern, Jessica?
I've got a question. In terms of the app, would you foresee some way that people would put down like a bond payment or some kind of like insurance around people borrowing things, and whether they bring them back or not?
Thank you for your question. As for the bond payment, since this is only for students, the main idea is just for students, so we have to keep it easier and convenient, but we also have to make sure things are safe so there's no scam going on out. So for now, I've thought of doing a rating, as well as also making sure to take a picture before and after, just in case. So, but putting something like bond would not be that simple for students, because in the end, the goal is that it should be simple and easy, because already students are quite stressful. So the entire app is just to make life a little bit easier and convenient, economically happier.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zafira. Again, this is an opportunity for us to explore all of these amazing ideas in more details. And this is a kind of extending our networking. You can find each other in LinkedIn, and I encourage you to stay connected and informed. And of course, with that, I would like to invite the next competitor, Evie, if you can please share your video with us. I just check if Evie is in the room. Yes, I can see. Yeah, so. Evie, everything is working very well, except you need to tick that box for the sound, please.
Sorry, can you hear it?
Please play. Not yet. If you stop sharing and from your where you share, there will be a button in the right side, and it says share options, and tick off the sharing the sound so we can hear your video at the same time. So that gives our judges a bit of time to reflect on those videos that is already shared. And hopefully it brings Evie.
We all need to eat. Food is the fuel of our lives and the heart of our cultures. From the fruits in your smoothies to the rice on your plate. These are staples of our daily meals. Global food consumption is rising steadily due to a growing population and changing diets. However, the joining of food from farm to fork is under threat. Our crops are facing an invisible wall that threatens to destabilize the food supply. So, can our farms still meet this basic demand? The greatest battles aren't always seen. Beneath the soil surface, a silent and invisible war is waged against our crops. The enemy lurks in the soil, which we call it as soil-borne disease. This is caused by fungal and bacterial pathogens that attacks plant roots. For example, seed blight disease in rice, Panama disease in bananas, and fruit rot in pepper. They are widespread, devastating, and can wipe out entire food fields. For decades, our main defense has been chemical pesticides. Even though they are effective in the short term, this approach creates new problems that harms the ecosystem we rely on. It results in water and soil pollution, harms beneficial pollinators, and leaves concerning residues on our food. But what if the best defense has always been in the soil? Nowadays, a new kind of army is deployed, which is beneficial microbes that act as natural bodyguards for plants. Specifically, selected strains of the fungus Trichoderma and the bacterium Pseudomonas have been identified as powerful allies. The fungus Trichoderma acts as a frontline fighter that directly attacks and consumes harmful pathogens. The bacterium Pseudomonas acts as a master of biological warfare that produce natural antibiotic compounds. They both work together to form a living shield around the plant's roots. They fight off pathogens and crucially activate plants to boost its own powerful immunity system. This strategy is universal and can be applied globally to protect vital crops from their specific soil-borne enemies. This helps in building resilience across our entire food system. This shift is critical for our future as it delivers benefits. Benefits can be viewed in three aspects. First, food security, ensuring more stable and reliable harvests to meet rising demand. Second, food safety, providing food grown without harmful chemical residues. And third, environmental sustainability, nurturing healthy soil and protecting our ecosystem. It's a solution that protects our place, health, and our planet. This creates a triple win. Honest to be say that this shift isn't always easy. It can be complex for farmers and doesn't show results overnight. But the cost of doing nothing is much higher. If we continue on the old path, we risk permanently damaging our soil and our ecosystem. While the journey is challenging, it's the path to a future where our food system is truly secure. Thank you for watching. We all need.
Thank you so much, Evie. I guess the floor is open to our judges if they have a question to share with Evie. Thank you. Oksana, do you have any concern?
I don't have a concern. It's such a fantastic idea. Thank you. I'm just, I guess if we compare using chemicals with something as natural as that, is it going to be competitive? Meaning that whether we can compete against chemical, how realistic it is?
Great question. Evie, do you have access to the audio? You can answer the question.
Sorry, can you ask a bit again? Just now my internet, I think that my computer gets down, so that I missed some part of it.
It's all good. Ivy, I like your idea. It's a great idea, but in your idea, you are comparing natural resources as bacteria versus chemicals. And this competition is very fierce. And say, is it possible to use less chemicals? Do you think it's realistic is it competitive with natural resources?
For my opinion, in my opinion, I think that it is still realistic and it occur. It was the microbes we use as like the vaccination for the plants to boost its own immunity. It can't say that it will 100% that the plants will, how to say that, against the pest. Just like we get the vaccine, we can't say that we 100% we don't get sick from that. We can't say that we will perfectly inhibit ourselves to be infected. So that I think that there's still a possibility. There's still a possibility. And according to my research that I do before, the combination of these two are mostly be used in the research. So and they give the best result. But I have to truly to say that it's mostly on paper. In the realistic, it might be so difficult to use this approach, as we know that, as just like you say, that the realistic can be complexity, so that we still need lots of research and testing so that it will be useful and can. I can't say that 100%. I can say that maybe more. How to say the mostly replace the use or reduce the usage of the chemical pesticides.
We cannot give up. This is what you're saying. We cannot give up. That's a great outcome. Thank you.
And I follow up on that. So yes, the natural products is one part of our research, which we are hoping by investigations and following on some of the molecular pathway, we can enhance their performances in compared to the chemical and synthetic process that it's on commercially it's used. So I would like to invite the last group to share the video, and I've added the list of the 6 topics because eventually after this last video, if Khan, you can please share your video. We will invite our judges for 10 minutes in the breakout rooms. Caroline kindly is going to manage that. Then during that 10 minutes, for the judges to share their idea who is going to be the winner. Of course, everyone's here. They put their passions. I think they are the winners to my point, but we need to come up with one. And then during the 10 minutes, we play the Slido. Kaslan kindly provide the QR code. We provide the Kahoot. So we come up with the people's choice and also the participants awareness based on these 6 videos. So I would like to invite Khan, if you can please share your video, that would be amazing.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen. We just need to make sure that the audio is also shared.
Coral reefs are among the most biologically diverse and ecologically important ecosystems on Earth, but they are increasingly threatened by coral bleaching, triggered when corals expel their symbiotic algae zooxanthellae due to heat stress and ocean acidification. Global sea surface temperatures have risen by over 0.13 degrees per decade since 1901 and may climb another 3 to 4 degrees by 2100 under high emission scenarios. Bleaching has cascading effects, disrupting food webs, reducing biodiversity, and threatening the livelihoods of over 5 million people globally. The main cause is climate change driven by greenhouse gas emissions with land-based pollution atom pressure. Bleaching events are now more frequent and severe. As of April 2024, NOAA confirmed the 4th global mass bleaching event, with 54% of the world's reefs experiencing bleaching level heat stress, slightly down from the record of 56% affected during the 2014-2017 event.
Damaged coral reef can be recovered through several methods, including coral gardening, transplantations, and lava seeding. But do you know that probiotic can help us solve this problem? It might seem weird, but let me explain. Coral probiotics have been shown to induce coral resistance to stress and diseases, which can help mitigate bleaching events in the coral system. One study published in 2019 showed significant improvement in coral bleaching when probiotic was introduced. Without probiotic, the stressor could induce bleaching with 2 to 3 units decrease in coral health chart. However, probiotic could restore reef health with only 1 replicate showing 1 unit reduction. You might think that introducing bacteria can be detrimental to the surrounding environment. That was also what I think. But another study in 2024 introduced probiotics into alpha hull reef in the Red Sea for 3 months. The microorganism, although reduced other bacterial colony in the coral, did not affect the health of the reef. In turn, they increased the alpha diversity of the system. So what are the advantages of using coral probiotics? Although some conventional methods such as coral gardening and transplantation can recover and replace damaged reefs, they do not address the root cause of bleaching, while coral probiotic can increase tolerance to stress, providing long-term solution to the problem. In addition, methods such as cross-fertilization, gardening, and spawning induction require large facility to accommodate the requirement, making the use of coral probiotic less expensive. Furthermore, the use of probiotic is more environmental friendly as introduced microorganisms are parts of natural microbiome of the coral. These findings can shape our understanding and provide useful solutions to recover our coral reefs.
Some of the world's most iconic coral reefs, including our own Great Barrier Reef, are on the brink of collapse. Scientists warn that if we continue on our current path, they could be extinct by 2050. That's within our lifetime, within this generation. The clock is ticking, the oceans are warming, and the reefs are waiting for us to decide whether we will be the generation that let them vanish, or the one that fought for their survival. Let's not let the reef become a shell of what it was. Let's see the change, be the change, before it all slips beneath the surface. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. So now we are coming to the end of the 6 videos and 6 ideas to 6 challenging problems. So I guess I would like to open the floor for one question for Han and the team.
My question got answered in
Yes.
my first thing was like, oh my God, this is such an amazing idea. And then literally was like, oh, this, like, how would this work for the ecosystem around? And then I was like, then you answered that. And then I was like, oh, like, this must be expensive. How would we do that? And then you also answered that. So, like, yeah, my questions literally were answered within the video succinctly after I thought them. So great job on the presentation. I have no comment farther than that was.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Great that you find your answer through the video. And that's why I think, Teresa, we had some, I think we discussed about the storytelling, and, approach where we're coming and, inviting people to pay attention to some concern around them. And then we are coming with providing the evidence and the fact and science and translated science to answer that question. So I think we
And
learn from our.
it wasn't just that video, all of the videos as well across the board. Like I was struggling to think of questions because it's like I would think of something and then the way like all of your videos were set up with the problem and then like, oh, this is a problem. And then like the solution, I was like, oh my God, okay, you're answering the things and leading me through each of these presentations so beautifully. So yeah,
Beautiful.
incredible job. I just want to put that out there straight away.
Thank you, Teresa. Now, with we would like to invite our judging panel, Teresa, Oksana, and Jessica, to be invited to the breakout rooms, let's say for 10 minutes. That gives us a bit of time to run the Slido for people's choice and also the Kahoot question for participants. So I let Caroline to look after that. Yes, I can see our judges are disappear. So that means that officially we are in the room where I would like to invite everyone, and Caslan is on board. So please confirm if you have access to the QR code for the people's choice, because that is important. If someone answer, okay, Flora, I can see. By the way, Kaslan is on board. So Kaslan, we have a strategy. The judging panel are coming with their announcement, and you are finding about the people's choice results. The strategy is if the people's choice is going to be matched with the judging choice, then we announce it and we celebrate it, but we go with the second option in the list for the people's choice. So we try to come up with two nominate for the judging choice and the people's choice. That's our strategy. All right. Now, what do I need to do? Of course, I need to share my screen. And this time I would like to go with the, okay. Caroline, I'm going to share my screen, but I think my screen needs to be selected for the judging, for the Kahoot question. So please be patient with me going to this transaction. Of course, I need to stop sharing this slide. Okay. Let me stop sharing this slide. Okay, now I'm trying to come up with the Zoom and I am trying to bring this Kahoot. So if you can please tell me you are seeing the QR code.
Not yet. It's yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, good. So with the Kahoot question, whether you go with this 6-digit code or oh, that's good. I can see. Okay. So this is open to the floor and all the participants, we do think about you as well. You're here. Of course, I would love to see if any family members, friends are here to support our competitors also joining and we can test their knowledge about these 6 videos. So I'm talking because I would like to give some time to our participants to join us in Kahoot question. And I'm going to count down from 3 to 1 shortly. That means that I'm going to start. And if we have these 4 participants, or we have more. Usually I don't, So today we are going to also invite the competitors to compete for each other's videos, knowledge. That's okay. All right. So my countdown will start now. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Start talking 2025. Okay. You see the question. Why is moss perfect for Malaysians' humid climate? Following the videos that you watch, you should be able to answer that question. All right. Without waiting, we are going to the next question. So we hope you remember how our internship students working with Kiosk were able to support this industry and educators. So great. And thank you, scoreboard. Again, this is our third question. What are the 3 key values of the natural power plants? Based on the video that we watch, we should be able to answer this question with the 3 key values. Thank you so much, scoreboard. Moving to the next question. What is the main purpose of the student-to-student rental app that was offered by our Swinburne students? What do you think? What was the main purpose? Beautiful. I see we all pay attention to the videos. All right. And we are coming to the next question, which is about what does the term soil-borne disease refer to the video that you watch. So soil-borne disease. Okay, we have mixed answer. So that encouraged us to watch this recording maybe one more time for that video. And that brings us to the next question and the last one. Why are coral probiotics considered most environmentally appropriate? I cannot see the last part of the question. Okay, let me move this toolbar. Compared to more engineered interventions. And I'm so pleased that we learned from the videos, and that brings us to this exciting moment of the winners of the Kahoot question. The first one is Zafira, the second position Alex, and the third position's Yo. So thank you so much for being part of this journey and learning journey. It was just fun for us. So I'm going to stop sharing, and that could bring us to the main room where we are inviting for our judging to join us. Hopefully, how long, Caroline, it's left from our judging panel decision?
I have called them back, so I will bring them back
And
now.
before, beautiful. And Kaslan, do you have access to the results for this Slido?
Do you
Okay,
want
good.
to see the result or after the judging?
No, let's wait for the judging panel.
Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you.
They will be back in 30 seconds.
Beautiful. So meanwhile, we are waiting for our judges in 30 seconds. Please, this is going to happen in less than 1 minute. We are going to know about the, we already know about the participants, and congratulations to Zafira. But we are going to learn from our judging panel who is the winner, based on the judging panel decision, who is the winner of Start Talking 2025. And after that, I'll invite the Kaslan to share the outcome for the Slido for the People's Choice. This is an exciting moment, and I want to remind everyone after the announcement, I'm going to invite everyone, and I really would like to see your smile. That means that be ready for turning on your video, please, for one screenshot as a memory of Start Talking 2025. So who is going from our lovely judging panel? Teresa. So Teresa, we would like to come up with a bit of feedback for these 6 videos and something that you would like to share with our students from the judging discussion. And then, yes, we are going to have our judging choice for Start Talking 2025.
Amazing. Okay, so overall, pretty much started the summary of feedback before we left to jump in. But again, I just want to thank you all for the time and effort you made in creating these videos. We can tell there was a lot of effort put in there and a lot of thought and a lot of great solutions and definitely a lot of time and passion put into the work that you guys did. And across all of them, it was actually really hard for us to choose one. There was a few that we were going through being like, oh, it could be this one, it could be that one, because all of our scores were very, very close on the high range. So the great work was very reflective in our judging. Yeah, so overall, it was great use of like different ways of using media. There was a lot of different styles from the videos of people talking to sort of like a visual show of images and videos and a lot of science that was communicated in ways that made it very understandable. Like, I'm not across a lot of the disciplines you guys talked about, but even listening to them, a lot of them made me reflect on the impact and actually want to take that into my daily life. And a lot of really key scientific knowledge that I am not a science girly of, I was able to understand. So that's a big testament to actually scientifically communicating in a way that is receptive to audiences of all sorts of things. So some specific feedback for the video that we selected. We thought there was terrific solutions and it was really clearly explained. We loved the real world examples that we implemented in it and how that could be used on a global scale. The video we selected was also visually appealing and it was a way that can be embedded into culture and was very relaxing and beautiful to sort of listen to and engage in a way that wasn't intense. And it was really incredible to see how nature can be brought into our urban spaces. And if that hasn't given you a kind of a clue of who we selected, I'd have to say that we went with the magic of moss when walls come alive because it is a solution that's being used everywhere, and can be used everywhere, and it is a great way to bring nature into urban spaces in a way that could be cheap, productive, and have the best outcomes for everyone. So thank you so much.
Thank you
Great
so
work.
much. And great congratulations to everyone. And of course, the great congratulations to our Sarawak students for making this inspiring storytelling video, translating the science to magic of moss when walls come alive. Thank you so much. And that is So thank you so much. So with this, I would like to invite our Caslin, our colleague, who is going to see the outcome of the people's choice. And we made a decision if the people's choice coming with the same as our judging. So we announced it, but we go to the second choice. So Caslin.
Okay, all right. So the last vote should be in. Okay. So no more voting. I will lock the vote now.
Beautiful.
And then I will share the screen of the results.
That would be even better. We are going to be the witness of this exciting moment.
See if I can get the right screen to work. Okay, all right. So this is the result of the people's choice. Should come out.
Wow. All right. So I can see the first choice, based on the opinion of our people, is the same as our judges. So it's the magic of moss when walls come alive. And because we made a decision, so we go to the second choice, which is our
tie.
Is that 33% for, and oh, now we have
Yeah, it's a tie.
Okay, even better. Okay, so the second position equally got 27%. So Students Connect, a peer-to-peer rental app by Zafira. Congratulations, Zafira. And a small contribution, a big impact by a group submission with Khan, Bella, Ayla, and Singh. So congratulations. We have two People's Choice and they're going to kindly share this prize, and we have a judging choice, and of course that comes with the people's choice. So thank you so much to Ho Ting Yap. So I think you all are again winners because this is outside your workload with this busy schedule. You come with your passion, your heart, and something that it brings impact for our society, community, our planet, our living land. So thank you so much for being productive in that regard. And that brings us to the very last action. If you can please turn on your audio. And I think, Caroline, we would love to come with a gallery so everyone can be visible. So we have 16 participants in the room. I want everyone to be visible for the Okay, I can see. Hello, Irene. It's good to see you. So I just want to give you some countdown from 3 to 1 and to 2 and to 1. So you come up with this smile. And
Can I
someone
join with my phone? I don't know why it's not working on my laptop. Is that fine?
Yes, whatever you're going to do, it's fine. You just show us your smile. We want to celebrate this moment. Thank you. I will count down. That gives everyone a bit of time to be prepared. 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, let me see if my screen works, please. I took a screenshot. Give me 1 second. It's more than 1 second, I know. Beautiful. It works. I'm going to save this. Thank you so much, everyone. Congratulations to all the 6 individual groups and all the winners. Again, you did a great job. And you want to share something, because I don't know if you have access to the audio. Is that Yup, or how do I pronounce your name? Please correct me. I cannot hear you, but I would love to hear you because you're twice.
Hi.
Yes. Hello, hello. Good to hear. Okay, how's your feeling? Did you expect this outcome?
No, I did not expect anything. No, I did not.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And do you want to say what inspired you to bring this, this topic? Very shortly.
I think it's just about the temperature because it's getting really heat and the temperature is increasing every day, so it's like not normal. So I have to think about one solution, like not just air conditioner but air base, so we can reduce the carbon emission. So I thought about moss. It's more low maintenance costs and it's easier to find. Yeah. That's all I think.
Lovely. So I would like to, of course, encourage you to come with this storytelling video production, act as a science communicator and bring and share your idea. We need more of you guys, like all of you young science communicators across the world to protect our land. Thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Kaslan. Thank you, Caroline, Teresa, Oksana, Jessica, and all Irene and all the amazing students. Thank you so much.